And welcome to the channel. It is 3 minutes past 1, Sunday. I don't know. Shite, is it the 7th of July? No, it's not the 7th of July. Fuck, I don't know. I really don't know. Well, I know Saturday was the 14th of June, so that was Saturday. 14 plus 7 is 21, 21 plus 7 is 28, 28 plus 7 is it the 6th of July? Anyway, never mind. So, I'm thinking about opening up a dedicated channel to criticising Craig Houston. I think, and well, anybody really, I suppose, but predominantly him. That would be quite cool, I think. It's just so I could guide. So I'm trying to guide people in the right direction. You know, that's all it is, and that's what he's doing. You know, he's trying. Well, I think that's what he's doing. He's trying to guide people in a direction that, but with him, it's the wrong direction. Is the thing, because he's telling them things that just aren't. Well, it's not true. So he's like on the level he's at, he's doing okay, because it's at a low level in society where he can go on YouTube, say things, and all his Rangers supporters are happy enough with what they're getting from him, which is pretty low resolution stuff, ordinarily. So the thing, I think the thing with him is that, well, him and that Silver Hot Takes, they're both very similar. Is they are, well, bigot. What I would call, I wouldn't know. I don't like going around brandishing everybody a bigot. You know, or you're a bigot or you're a phobe. You know, they go on about transphobes and everything, and it turns out that I'm a transphobe. You know, so I'm not that wanting to start going down that road, but Craig definitely is a bigot. He's definitely bigoted, and it comes across with the things he's saying. And the reason he's bigoted and the reason he's saying the things he's saying is because he doesn't listen to other people telling him, and I think that's how you become a bigot, or you become discriminate. So he's discriminating against other people, and so there's like people like me. I'm trying to get through to him or put this point across, because I get deleted, and that's because he doesn't want to listen. So he's got his vision, and he's putting it on YouTube, and there's thousands of people watching it, and it's wrong what he's doing, because it's not true. So basically, it's perfectly acceptable to have opinions. So the opinion that he would have, well, he's never articulated this, would be, I don't believe you can change your gender, right? So he probably believes that, right? So that's fine. So you say that, I believe that, and that's why we've got democracy and we've got freedom of speech. You can say that, but you can't then lie about the actual fact that you can change your gender in this country. Legally, you can. And that's because of the Gender Recognition Act. So they sit there and they come away with stuff. So they don't provide you with information if it doesn't fit the narrative that they're pushing. So they're lying. They're actually lying. Yeah, they're not being honest. So when you become in a political level, it becomes a bit more intricate. and you can't blatantly break laws in that manner, and that's why you have to be astute, a politician, and that's why Swinney is being very careful around this whole trans thing. And so what he's doing is, because he's a lawyer, he could see the discrimination allegations coming. So he's been able to look forward. It's about being intelligent, which Craig doesn't seem to be. But he is high on, you know, I don't think he's high in openness. I think he's got a kind of closed mind. But he's high in some ways, the fact that he's actually done the things that he's done, and he's doing the channel and doing relatively well at it. So in order to, so he's not completely and utterly dumb, you know. I think he's just genuinely bigoted. So, oh, surprise! So you found somebody from Rangers Football Club who's genuinely bigoted, and this maybe goes some way to explain sectarianism in Central Scotland. Central Scotland, you've got Celtic or Rangers. So that's like, what does that mean? Generally, it means Catholic or Protestant, and it's coming from the public, the inhabitants of Central Scotland and Northern Ireland, for the last 300, well, almost 400 years, have had this, or still have, a sectarian divide. So the more sort of middle class, the way it's sort of morphed out, it's kind of morphed out of it to a certain extent. So it all depends what community you live in, you know, or what part of Scotland. So it's less prevalent in suburbs or outer areas, maybe in the country or up north or up the east. It's less prevalent. So it's prevalent right across central Scotland and across the Northern Ireland, the sectarian divide, and that is evident if you listen to Craig and the way he talks and the things he says. He's bigoted, so that his bigotry is being aimed at transgender women, who are such a minority that they don't really even exist in so much as to say that you're either male, biologically you're either male or female. So if you believe that you can't change your gender, that means that he's discriminating against fellow males, is what he's doing. And if you really analyse it, it's actually quite pathetic, and it doesn't say much for him as a man, and it kind of maybe points to why his wife dumped him, because women dump you when you're incompetent, and I've been dumped twice, and that's because I was incompetent. So I think they know, and there is a side to it that women don't necessarily like men bullying weaker individuals. But in the case of Craig, he's criticising the trans judge, who is clearly not a weaker individual. She's a judge, a retired judge, highly educated person. So it's not cool what he's doing, and so I think it could maybe dedicate. So I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for copyright. The way I'm doing it right now is going over his videos and correcting him when he's saying things that are wrong, things that aren't my opinion, things that he's saying are factually wrong. So Silver Hot Takes, I watched one of his videos. I did a video of him yesterday, and everything he said was wrong in his video.
You know, every fact, there was only 4 facts in it, and each and every one of them was wrong. So Craig does that as well. So basically the numpties, so we're on about central Scotland, and obviously Silverhut takes his English. He sounds like he comes from Cambridge or something, or down that neck of the woods. So I think there should be pushback on people that are spreading bigotry and, you know, genuine discrimination against their fellow citizens. Is what they're doing. You know, and I'm not expecting to get a lot of views. I should get some, you know, it might take off. I think it's fair and it's right to do it. You know, on the other hand, people say, well, why don't you just ignore them? That's a good point, yeah. Why don't you just fucking ignore them? Yeah, well, is it entertaining? Is it as well? I think you could ignore them. There's a lot of people ignore them, don't they? What are you going on about that for? Who's that idiot? So basically he's in this little pond with his Rangers fans. So the demographics in Scotland, I mean, I'm not going to give you a history lesson, but you need to have a bit of an understanding of our background. The Ulster Scots, the Britons, British Isles, the political side of it, and the Catholic Church, the Spanish Inquisition, all these power structures. And what's happening in Scotland, and what's happening in these areas. So there's the divide. So again, the problem is that this is a fight across the hierarchy, where the fight should be up and down the hierarchy. So the people that are being oppressed in Scotland are the people that don't have resources. So the resources are being taken away from them. So that's the energy. So the energy prices are the highest. I think it's amongst the highest in the world, in the British Isles, Great Britain, and the United Kingdom. So the energy prices are high. So the cost of living is high. You know, the ability to prosper is being made more difficult to achieve. That's why we have the highest substance deaths in Europe that Scotland has, and that's a really scary figure. And these are the things we should be fighting, Craig. But you're fighting a handful of trans women, a trans judge. I think it's out of frustration that I'm pointing these things out. You know, that how they're getting it so wrong. So maybe it's a culture war that they're fighting, but they're forgetting that there is ordinary people like myself who are living their lives and don't appreciate being discriminated against arbitrarily, because we're such small numbers that you don't have to bother about us. You know, that's what's the bad part of what he's doing, and it's a form of bullying what he's doing. And so basically the one with the trans judge was bizarre. He was saying that she was bizarre, but it's actually him that's been bizarre. So what he was really, what he doesn't seem to understand is women, I think, which is probably why he did get divorced, why his women got rid of him. Don't know if he's got one, because sometimes bigoted behaviour or bad behaviour from a man can be because there's a woman behind it. You know, there's a woman pushing them on to oppress other people for whatever reason. It could be simply something as simple as arguing over wheelie bins. I don't know if he's got a woman nipping at him. I mean, Boris Johnson, for example, was shagging his wife at that time. I mean, you end up with this attractive young woman who was into all this climate change shite. So then all the policies started changing. You know, so there was like speculation that, and there is speculation that he was unduly influenced by his sexy young woman. Well, she's a lot younger than him. So she was manipulating him into following these stupid green policies. And that's why Boris Johnson's such a twat. But, so is that why Craig is out, you know, discriminating against transgender women? I'm not exactly sure. Exactly. It could be. It could be something like that. It could be. Or maybe he's just stupid. Or maybe it's just he's in it for the money and the YouTube the views. It could be just as simple as that, and he doesn't have any morals. So we've recorded stuff that's interesting, and like how he rejected one of his fans. Oh, what a fucking clown. But that other one, that Silver Hot Takes, he's just like, what's wrong with it? Is he's not grown up or something? You know, it's like sitting there in the armchair being nasty about people from the comfort of his armchair. Or maybe is it really simple as personality, you know, the personality characteristics, because I'm open to experiences. Why I'm an artist and why I do art and everything. So my mind is open to different people and different situations and things. Is that what it is? That these two, their minds are not open, they're closed. So they really want to take us back to a Victorian situation. I think it's what it seems like, which of course is the problem. The other problem about it is that J.K. Rowling wants, or these types want. So let's do it then. Let's all of us go back to the 1950s, and that includes women. Do they want to do that? No, they don't, do they? Nobody wants to do that. So you're wanting to send me back to the 1950s, but you don't want to go back to the 1950s. That's simply what it is. That's what Craig's pushing, and J.K. Rowling, Silver Hot Takes, all these nasty people. They're just trying to take rights away from a tiny minority of people, and that's what it's wrong what they're doing, and people should stand up and say this is wrong what you're doing. But there's a point. Oh, why do you fucking care? Right, so that's enough of that. So we've made it to Falkirk. So yeah, I think I might consider opening another channel. Yeah, might be an idea. It's sort of loosely in politics, isn't it? Really, it's what it would be, loosely, a political channel. Yeah. Yeah. It's Davey. Alright. He comes in and tidies this whole place up. That's what he does. Right. Now we've got a bit of a problem up here because we've got. See, like that Davey there, he's a great guy, right? He wouldn't be interested in what I've been going on about, because he would be saying something like, "What the fuck are you going on about that for?" You know, because he just gets on with his life and he's got his business. And I'm just saying, as an example, I suppose not everybody's in the YouTube world, you know, or the videoing world. Not everybody's. I don't know whether I go to the other side of that van or not. I might do. Anyway, so we've made it. Oh, there's an old car over there. What the hell is it? Is it a fucking Citroen? Wow, what is that? Citroen or a Peugeot? Right, so thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye!